access to it, you'll be able to do it. If you want to have access to this session, I will also leave a copy of it on YouTube. Let you know how that works. It's pretty simple. I'm going to send the link to the YouTube video so you can have access any other time. Okay. So, hey Nathan, can you hear? Give me a second. I'm going to accommodate my chair here. So I want to know if so far you've had any issues with Canvas, because that is probably new, okay, for the rest of you, but things might happen, issues might happen. So just to remind you to send me an email in case that you are having issues, and we're going to try and solve them. Lessons are pretty much reading what you have to read in the electronic version of the book. And after you do it, then I would suggest you take the quiz, or you might do also the homework assignment. Either one is open each. I hope they're pretty simple, but the things that I want to help you out with that, and this is how I'm going to do it for the time being. While we have to do this, I am planning on some schedules for that. So the thing is, I was thinking about sticking to our schedule, like the even odd days and everything. So I'm going to send you a schedule. Please read the announcements so that next week you can see how we're going to do that, okay? And my intention today is easy. It's something more about some definitions and us being on the same page. Every time I refer to something, we all understand what we mean whenever I say point, line, ray, plane, collinear, coplanar. And also, whenever you have to label any of these, you know the right way to do it. That's the sum has some other important aspects of segments, especially. I'm not going to go over the construction part of it today. I'm going to devote a special session where similar to one we're having today. And hola Fabricio. So I'll let you know when we will have that special session. In the case of students, like, well, I don't see anyone from my period 5 class, but if anything, if you need any help so far, I'm going to give you some seconds to think about it, and if you have a question about any of those, to go over 2 or 3 exercises that I think are part of the difficulties you might face, but I don't think it's a big deal. So I'm going to check it from the book, but in the meantime, feel free to write your questions that are probably questions everyone has, okay? So are learning the things that you were supposed to be learning for that section. This is part of the 8.1 exercises. So I'm going to go to page 384. Remember that you can, I don't know if you have had any issues with working already, okay? So I'm going to do exercises 11 to 16 from the book, and that's in page 384 as for section 8.1. So they give you these 2 lines, and they label them like this. We have a small s right here. We have a point A right here. We have an intersection here. It's called E. We have C, another point from this line. We have D, and we have B. And this, okay? I want to make sure if you can see it properly. I think we are close enough, but I'm going to put it a little bit closer. So this is what you see. If you want to open the electronic version, feel free to do it. It's on page 384, as I told you. So questions 11 to 16 are meant to review your understanding of what, how we label each of these geometric elements, okay? So question 11 is, what is another name for BD? This line, so look at this. So BD is a name for this line. And I can also say that DB would be another convenient. So question 11 is, what is another way to label or to name another name for BD? So I gave you DB and I gave you T. Okay. In exercise 12, they ask you, what is another name for AC? AC is this other line. So you might now figure out that it would be CA, as you can see, or the ray AE. As you can notice, and remember, I'm going to take it, I'm going to copy it, and we have the ray AE because rays have a starting point but have no end point. So another name for that, they gave us AE, but we can also say it's EA, all right? E. So if E is going to be that end point, we could say that it goes from E to A. That is the first one. So I could use this. Look at this. We have EA. That's one ray. Okay. We can also say, okay, give me a second, please. Point C as well. So you could say that it would be AC. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry. Now we can label, and then I'm going to go to 14, EC and ED. All right. Point 15 is name two pairs of opposite rays. Opposite rays is depending on the direction it goes. Yeah. So AE and EC. Sorry, EC and EA are opposite, or ED and EB are opposite. And name one pair of rays that are not opposite rays. So they just have a different direction, but they are not contrary or opposite to each other. Yeah. So 15. Let me copy. Well, so this is basic. Yeah, just labeling so that every time we from now on use geometric elements, now you know that there are some ways to label them, and probably might give you a challenge of understanding it at the beginning, but it's kind of simple, right? Because it is telling you that we have A, B, and C, all right? So it's just as simple as saying that segment the part AB plus part BC equals AC, okay? All right, so using this, there are certain questions, probably you might see them from book or on your homework, where the questions are something like, okay, let's find if we have, if AB, for example, is 35, right? And if I told you that this length here is 72, yeah? So let's find implementing this AB so that you get the 72. So in this case, I'm just saying that if AB is 35 and AC is 72, and I want to find out BC, so the it's going to be just BC is AC minus AB. And this is something I want you to understand because it's better to state or set it up using the notation and then you plug in the numbers. BC, this portion, is the result of taking the whole thing and subtracting this portion. Then you are left with this portion only. And that's all right? So BC is 37. That's all you have to do. Okay? So these are two examples that I just gave you from sections 8.1 and 8.2. If you still need some help, again, let me know. We can set up times, as much as I can to have maybe individual meetings if necessary. Okay, here I have this question. Could you also do question 25? 25 from the book, Jake? Let me check. And I think that it's from section 8.2, right? Okay, so I'm going to do, just to clarify, section 8.2, question 25. That's on page 393. Okay, just to confirm, I'm going to erase. I'm going to wait for your confirmation. Probably what makes it a little bit harder is when you have to deal with fractions or decimals. But it's telling you that we are, the diagram shows an insect called a walking stick. Use the ruler to estimate the length of the abdomen. Would strongly recommend that. Again, I'm going to write it here. It's on page 393. Okay, so you will see a picture of let me see if I can show it to you here, and if it gets close enough. Wait a minute, over there. I don't know, maybe, recognize it so that you can open your electronic version of the book to see it. It's this insect, and they are measuring, or we are measuring the, what is its name? The walking stick, okay? And we're going to use the ruler they have here, and I can tell you that. Let's begin with the abdomen, and then we'll go with the thorax, okay? So according to this ruler I have here, it measures, and we have to do to the nearest fourth of an inch. Okay, so I can see that it measures a little bit more than 2. And it's closest to the first quarter, so the abdomen is 2 1/4. Okay, I have a question from Gabby. Let me finish answering this, solving this exercise, and then I'll get to your question, okay? 1 and closest to 4, so it's 1 thorax. It's 1, but it doesn't get to 2, so it's 1 3/4 of an inch, the thorax. How much longer is the abdomen than its thorax? So if I want to find out, it's just the difference between these two. So I would have to do 2 1/4 minus 1 3/4. Converting this into fractions is 8 9/4 minus 7/4. This is 2/4. It means 1/2 of an inch. That means that the abdomen need to do a division, okay? How many times more? Okay, so it means that I have to divide these two. But since I have it, it's 9/4 divided by 7/4. That is equal 9/4 times 4/7. I can cancel these two, and then I get 9/7 times. Probably they want me to use the So I have this interesting question, Gabby. So the graph is specifically, I guess that you're talking about section 8.1 or 8.2. To have one of those, you can use them. But if you cannot do it, we can try to set up a way, find a way for you to go and pick it up to school. Oh, you're welcome, Jake. Yeah. Because we will need to do some construct of segments or all this construction part of it, but not now. Okay, so for now, just focus on the calculation part of it, just like Jay has asked me to do. Okay, I don't know if you have any other questions. Please, let's try to keep communication. Remember, there is a discussion forum in Canvas. You can actively participate on it, make questions, and let others help you. Okay, I'm gonna try and be as available as possible for you guys. Please keep working on your assignments. Feel free to send me an email anytime. I will try to answer as soon as I can. About third term grades, I'm done with that. Unless you have a specific requirements, again, send me an email on your assignments, and I will let you know when we're going to be meeting again, which hopefully it's going to be on Tuesday, and I'm going to try and set it up so that we match the same times we have for our meetings. All right, so that's all for now, guys. Thanks for being here. That's a very good question. Thanks, Nathan. So I'm going. Okay, so Nathan is wanting to know how you guys do the. Okay, so you are going to, the first thing you're going to do is, let me give you the instructions right now. So big ideas math. So you're going to type the same. You also see at the bottom of the page something that is called View Easy Access Materials. Probably, let me send you a picture of this. Let's see if it can send you right away. Please let me do it. Give me a moment. File. Oh yeah, I can do it. So I'm going to send a picture of what you see as soon as you open the website. So before logging in, you will see, hope it's right there. So when you choose our book is Integrated Mathematics. All right. So when you go to Integrated Mathematics, that's the one. And I'm going to send you a picture of what you should see once you are in that new website. It's a Big Ideas Math website, but it's a different one from the one that you are used to see. And when you are there, just click on the Integrated Mathematics, which is our book, and click on the icon corresponding to Integrated Mathematics 1. That's okay. So I hope it helps, Nathan. Anyway, if you still have issues, just send me an email and let me know how we can fix that, okay? Because I want you to have easy access to the electronic version of the book, okay? If you don't have any other question, guys, so I'm going to close this session in 2 minutes. We're almost there. It's 12:30, and I hope that you are having a good time despite all this. Get back to normal, just like everyone else. But we have to take care of our health. So I'm gonna be here for 1 more minute, and just so unless you have any question or something, let me know. I will send you a link to YouTube, because you will also find this session in YouTube, in my YouTube channel. You should have access to it. If not, also let me know, because I can ask the person in the district who is in charge of this permits and stuff. We are keeping these records here, 25-30 minute sessions, and you can have this help. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. So thanks for being here, and we'll keep in touch. Okay, enjoy your weekend.